Good evening, everyone. I, Ranjeeta Ghai, founder RNTalks. I am back with you on Rubaru today, Saturday evening. आज की शाम हमारे पास एक बहुत ही खास मेहमान है, मिस मोनिका बलानी आहूजा. शी इज मिस इंडिया कैंसर वॉरियर रनर्स अप 2022. वी फेस लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स इन लाइफ में इतनी सारी हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं और जाती हैं, बट उनके साथ खड़े होके लड़ना बहुत चैलेंजिंग होता है और इसी चैलेंज को आगे ले जा रही हैं मोनिका जी. सो आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू बी इनवाइटिंग हर ऑन द शो एंड देन लेट्स हियर अबाउट हर जर्नी. हेलो मोनिका जी, हाउ आर यू?
Hello, Ranjeeta ji. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me on this lovely show.
Pleasure is all ours. And ऐसे तो you have done so much in life, but the main thing that stands out today is that you are Miss India Cancer Warrior. Now, cancer is one thing. जैसे ही ये word सुनाई देता है, somehow जिसके ऊपर भी बीतती, whosoever faces it in life personally, उसका दिमाग बंद सा हो जाता है. You kind of mentally go numb. I had faced that when my father was diagnosed with cancer. And when doctors told us that this is malignant and he had undergone the tests and जो X-ray type का जो आया था इसमें, it was like पूरे body के अंदर दिवाली हो रखी थी. Like yellow like markers. ऐसा लगा था पटाखे फूट रहे पूरे body के अंदर छोटे छोटे. Like we see India बाहर से मैप में या नेट से हम जब देखते हैं इंडिया में दिवाली कैसी होती है, लगता है ऐसे ही पापा के बॉडी में कुछ मुझे दिख रहा था. And when we asked the doctors, when I asked my father, he was also a doctor, ki what are these bright spots? So he told me that these are cancer cells, and from lungs to his kidneys, spine, pura body, heart, ribs, pura covered tha. We kind of just went numb, like I really don't know at 83 years of age when he had that ki what to do. And cancer, when we hear this word, somehow it is an indicator of death. It's like synonymous, like किसी को कैंसर हो गया. Somehow this has been bred through the Hindi movies जो हम पिछले जमाने से देखते आ रहे हैं. जैसे राजेश खन्ना का था लिम्फोसमा sarcoma of intestines, बाबू मोशाय एंड ऑल दैट. मीन्स कैंसर मीन्स नियर श्योर डेथ. माने बस जिंदगी खत्म. यहाँ पे मुन्ना भाई में भी देखा ही हैड कैंसर एंड माने वो मर रहे हैं एंड आफ्टर फ्यू डेज ही डाई. सो कैंसर एंड डेथ हैव बीन क्वाइट सिनोनिमस. But here you are, God willing, touch wood, and with us proving to us that it is, yes, it is there, but then if we fight it out, if we give life a challenge, if we have the will to live, then we really can make a difference. Yes, doctors are there, medicines are there, but somehow I think somewhere the willpower, the will to live has made a lot of difference in people's lives. So I would like you to talk to the audience and motivate them. पहले तो मैं आपकी थोड़ी सी जर्नी सुनना चाहूंगी कि what was your reaction, when you came to know that you had CA. Like my father used to say, I've been bitten by the big bug. So when you were bitten by the big bug, what was your first reaction and कैसे वहां से आप आगे चले?
Okay. Well, Ranjeeta ji, yes, the death word comes into your mind when the word cancer comes in. I will speak about this. Let me just tell you, even this question was asked to us. That was the final question of the pageant round also. What is the worst rumor about cancer? And what message you want to give it to the world? So my answer was like, the worst rumor about cancer is like it is synonymous to death. But there's a beautiful life beyond cancer. Earlier, it used to be like people used to fear it out. Ki like cancer ho gaya means now the death is the next step. No, it is not like that. You should always live your life to the fullest. First of all, you have to keep the negativity completely away from you. When I got to know that first of all, the acceptance was not there. When I got to know that I am diagnosed with blood cancer, I was not accepting it, completely not accepting. I thought there must be some blood infection, maybe doctors are not able to find it out, and I was not taking it seriously. I've gone through with multiple tests to just accept this fact that yes, I have a blood cancer. I was not ready to go for the treatment because the fear of treatment is so high that we always think nahi matlab hum we can't go for this treatment. Please don't be scared of treatment at all. Trust your doctor and go for it. My first step was like when I finally got this thing confirmed that like I am having blood cancer. That point of time, the doctor, actually it's like since 2004 I'm associated with Max Foundation. It's an NGO that deals with blood cancer patient, but I was not aware of it that in future I will be one of them. So we knew a lot of hematologists that ways because we always used to uh, do try for cancer adda to help out these patients, the one who are fighting blood cancer. And I used to visit RGCI also a number of times for the same. But I never knew that I will be one of them very soon. So I knew the hematologist when my husband got this thing sure that I am down with blood cancer. I am having blood cancer. That point of time, my husband took me to RGCI to the doctor. And there, when I stepped into the hospital, I really got so scared and I came running out of the hospital. I want to tell you all, please don't be scared. Your doctors are the best friends of yours when you are down with illness. Trust your doctor. So my husband held me in his hand and he told me, just think about it. The only thought that point of time came to my mind is like, this is the only lane that will either take me to the God's home or to my family. I actually thought about my daughter who was 13 then. She was not aware of the fact what I'm going through. I have to be with her because right now she needs me the most. So, with that thought in my mind, I went inside the hospital and I told the doctor, okay, I'm ready to go with the treatment. Just let me know how to go for it. We all feel scared. We all really feel that cancer means death. No, cancer doesn't mean death. You need to fight it out with the full willpower, with the positivity, and just don't think about the negative thought at all. The moment I entered the hospital, I was not thinking about anything else beyond this that I am going for my treatment and I'm going to get back home soon with my family. So keep that thought in your mind that you have to come back to your family. Your family is waiting for you, your friends are waiting for you, and you have a lovely life after that. And just go for your treatment.
You know, आई नो इट्स लाइक इट ब्रेक्स एवरीबडी अराउंड यू सब लोग सब कुछ जैसे कहते हैं ना एक तरीके से जो तुमने सब कुछ बिल्डअप करा है एकदम से सब कुछ टूट जाता है और फिर धीरे धीरे वापस रीबिल्ड होता है मे बी आई थिंक और ज्यादा मजबूत रिश्तों के साथ बिल्डअप होता है एंड
True. True.
like when my father was down with it and anyway he did not pass away because of cancer. uh, he passed away due to illnesses, secondary illness which he could not fight because his body had become weak. He had undergone immunotherapy, he had undergone chemotherapy, and body इतना weak हो गया था that a small viral fever, he had diabetes, he had heart problem, he had thyroid, and so blood sugar open, diabetes interferes with all kind of medications you have to go through. So any case, like pura around 11 months he fought it out, and then eventually he kind of lost the battle. But being a warrior, being a survivor, I just wanted to ask you, like, how long were you, Mane, how long did approximately your treatment lasted? Because I'm sure it is different for different people and for different stages. So,
Yes.
how long was your ordeal of treatments?
Mine has gone through for 5 months. But these 5 months are not decided in the first go. Mine was a blood cancer, AML, acute myeloid leukemia. So in this, basically, they find out how many blood cells are. still alive and how many are not. So how much blood is left in the body, that's the thing. So the initial treatment actually is for 25 days, which can exceed also, and you can come out in 25 days also. It has a 7 days non-stop chemo cycle. Non-stop means non-stop chemo cycle around the clock. After that, your blood gets killed completely. Then the doctors wait that your body makes the new blood, and you are very much prone to all the infections. You have to take care of yourself completely. That in those 10 days after the chemo cycle, it is like you have to be very cautious about yourself, about your eating habits, about your thought process, about your body. Start loving your body that point of time, and just feel that everything is like rejuvenating in your body. I started feeling maybe the chemo is making new cells in my body, and my body will become new and beautiful after that. So that's 25 days cycle. After that, when your body starts making blood, that time the doctor says now you can go back home and come back again when your complete blood is formed. So when I went to the hospital, my 60% blood was killed by then. I was only
Okay.
left with 40% of blood. So they killed the further whatever. They take you to the minimum number. They take you to the minimum number with respect to the hemoglobin, with respect to the platelets, with respect to the TLC. That's the white blood cells. And then they want your body to remake it. So after 25 days, again, they will do your bone marrow. They'll find it out how many blast cells are there. Blast cells are those cells which are not formed completely, the blood cells. There's a cycle of a blood. The blood completes the cycle. So if the cycle is not getting completed, it becomes a blast cell, and those are the cancer cells. So in every body, in every human body, there are 5% of blast cells. So your 5% blast cells should not exceed. So they used to check this in the while doing a bone marrow, and after doing that, in case if your body shows only 5% of blood cells, then they find ki how many chemos you have to go through further. So my entire treatment lasted for 5 months. So every time it used to be, they used to give me the chemo, they used to kill my blood, then they used to wait like my body should make the blood on its own, and how it is coming. So this way it went on till like I was diagnosed in May, and I resumed my school in October.
That is one thing I wanted to ask you. Like, were you working, or like, were you a homemaker through the whole process? And if you were working, then did it require you to take leaves much often? And like, what, like, I don't know, kai log to like are you still working, or have you left the job, or you are into alternative something, or are you still continuing with your job? And like, so what was the leave scenario, and what was the work job, illness, वो सारा कैसे balance किया?
See, I'll say कि I am blessed with a beautiful entity where I work. That's Lotus Valley International School, Noida. When I got to know that I am when I was diagnosed with blood cancer, I had to take leave. You cannot work when you are going through with this treatment, especially with AML, because they kill your blood. You are not left with white blood cells, and for if you're not left with white blood cells, you are very much immune to uh, you're very much prone to infections. You can catch infection any point of time. You have to be like, you have to keep yourself very safe that point of time. So you cannot work. So I took leave like May. I was on leave. June is the summer break. July I was on leave. September I was on leave. August, September, I was on leave, and then October, 1st October, I when the doctor said that this your treatment is completely over now, I took a leave for another 20 days to get back my stamina and join back school. I'll say you should always join back your work. Why? Because that diverts your mind and helps you to move further in life. This fight has taught me how important life is. कहते हैं ना, कुछ खोने का डर होता है तो उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस ज्यादा पता चलती है. This similar thing happened with me. Like I was about to lose my life, but then I got to know, no, you have to live each and every moment of your life because it is very beautiful. The
So
people
what
around you.
changes, what change did it bring into your life?
It gives me a beautiful change. Let me just share this with you. I mean, you have already spoken about it. See, I fought cancer in 2018. 2018 only I conquered it also. See, by October I joined back to the school. 2019, I was approached by the Shining Race that they're coming up with the Cancer Warrior Beauty Pageant. So I was like, okay, fine. But it got on hold because of the COVID. So 2 years didn't happen. Then all of a sudden, 2022, the lady came back to me, Miss Abhilasha Patnaik, and she said, Ki, I'm going ahead with it. Would you like to be part of it? So I said, okay. And actually, the major push I got it from two of my friends. And I went for that pageant. And today I am having a beautiful crown on my head, which I'll just show it to you. I
You would
it
love to see it.
Yeah. So I am the first runner-up of Miss India Cancer Warrior, and I got the Miss Personality crown also. I just wear one crown right now, not both the crowns. So
It's looking absolutely gorgeous,
yeah, it is very beautiful. This is the uh, I mean, this is a crowning glory on my head. I'll say I fought cancer in 2018. I conquered it also, but it is shining in the form of crown on my head today. So I just want to tell you, see, something beautiful happened with me with my journey of healing also.
So, what I think is not all that happens. There is a saying that says, man proposes and God disposes. So, man may think that he wants to do a lot of other things. बहुत सारी चीजें हम करना चाहते हैं, बहुत कुछ सोचते हैं, but God has His own plans for us. So, I think you would have never gone in for this, and maybe you would have never had a crown on your head had it not been for the big bug, So, every cloud has a silver lining, but you've got a crown on your head, I would say. So, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I would request you to kindly not take it off and keep it on for the rest of the session, because I just can't now imagine seeing you without it.
Wow.
So let it be a reminder to everybody who watches your show today that, if we have the challenge, अगर हम थोड़ा सा लाइफ को चैलेंज देते, जो लाइफ हमारी तरफ क्वेश्चंस फेंकती है, अगर हम उसको थोड़ा सा डट के करते, तो मे बी वॉट वी थिंक इज द एंड इज नॉट द एंड, इट इज जस्ट अ बेंड.
Yes.
That road is not the end, it is just the bend. And if we just cross that bend, then there is something glorious lying for us on the other side, जो कि हमने यहाँ से हम देख नहीं सक रहे, because वो bend के उस तरफ है. And if we give up the fight, we never get to cross the bend, so we never come across that area.
See, there's a saying, there's a beautiful sunlight after the darkness. So that's
True.
what the life is after cancer. It's a bright sunlight, beautiful life beyond cancer. So
Now,
never be.
one thing, Monica, I would like to ask you is, I just love your hair. It reminds me of Princess Diana type ka haircut, which I could never have, and you carry it off so nicely. So, did you lose your hair? Because this is one thing again very synonymous with cancer, is loss of hair. एंड समटाइम्स दे माने इतना ज्यादा गिरते हैं कि तुम ऑप्शनली उसको निकाल देते हो, और कभी कभी गिरते 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 यू जस्ट सडनली लूज द हेयर, बिकॉज इट डिडंट हैपन विद माय फादर. It didn't happen with him, जबकि उनका पूरा बॉडी था, and he had undergone chemo and immunotherapy both for about 11 months. 11 months it lasted, but he did not lose his hair. How it reacted with him was, his skin became at least 5 to 6 times darker in shade, he was like me, wheatish, but पता लग रहा था his color tone had absolutely deepened to, जैसे कोई बहुत धूप में काम करता है 24 घंटे, और फिर जैसे स्किन कलर हो जाता ना एकदम डार्क, सो ऐसा हो गया था. जबकि ही नेवर वेंट आउट ऑफ एसी, इज ऑलवेज इन एसी, एंड
See, when you
बाहर
get
तो धूप से
radiations,
वो ही नहीं है. सो इट वाज, सो डिड यू go through that phase of losing your hair, or was your hair always cropped like this?
no, 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 no. I used to have a very long hair beautiful wavy hair. I mean, I used to be so fond of my hair that I never used to. Whenever I used to go for a haircut, I always used to tell him, please don't put a hair dryer on my hair because hair will become dry further. I never used to color them. I used to always oil them, keep them so. I used to be very possessive about my hair. Yes, I lost all my hair in my first chemotherapy itself because it was quite a hard one. Because, as I told you, 7 days non-stop. So what was happening is like every day a little bit hair used to come out. Whenever I used to get up in the morning and go to the washroom in the hospital itself, I used to find a little bit of hair like on the pillow or on the bed sheet or something like this. And whenever I used to put like my hand on my in my hair, the hum log karte na this just to wave it out. So the bunch used to come out in my hand. So that point of time, me and my husband decided this can't be taken ahead like this. Let's shave it off. Let's take it further. So I called the barber in the hospital itself and I told him just shave off my head. So he said he want to shave it off completely. I said please shave it off completely. Not even a single like hair on my head. And I took it very boldly. See, I started loving myself that way also. What I want to tell you,
That's a very
take
big
the
decision.
यस टेक दिस व्हेन आप जब अंदर चले ही गए हो जब आपने ट्रीटमेंट करवाना है तो उसको हर चीज को जस्ट टेक इट वेरी बोल्डली आई टुक इट वेरी बोल्डली आई वाज लाइक I told him just I have walked bald also in my society whenever I used to come back after my chemotherapy and after my treatment the days doctor used to tell me now you can go back home and I used to take a walk in my society and never used to wear a wig. I used to walk bald. This is what I am right now. This that was also me, this is also me. So I want like people to accept you the way you are and you won't believe people appreciated me with that thing. He said yes, you should always live your life confidently. So
I would say what we have here is Monica 2.0.
yeah. So never lose your confidence, believe in yourself. The more confidently you're going to take yourself forward, people will accept you with that thing.
I won't ask you about your family and friends because from what you have told me that they have been very supportive, your kids, your husband, your friends. But I would like to ask you one thing, like did you take or go in for any alternative treatment along with chemo, or after that, or say yoga, or like anything else that could, or it was just chemo?
I have just gone through with the chemo. See, when I went inside, when I decided, okay, I'm going for my treatment, I met my doctor and I spoke to him. I said, I'm ready for the treatment. Besides my hair, what next? The only one sentence he's told me that he's said, Monica, just trust me. So what I want to tell you is like trust your doctor. You don't have to ask 10 people about it. Trust your doctor and go for it. The second thing which I followed is basically I told my husband, don't share any report with me. And neither I have touched the Google Baba. You know, we always Google it out कि अच्छा क्या है, अच्छा उसकी ये symptoms, and then we start correlating it with our body. I didn't touch Google also. I told him ना मुझसे report बताना ना मैं check करूँगी क्या है. I'm just going for it the way my doctor is saying and I'm doing whatever he is saying. Trust your doctor and go for it. There's a saying that ignorance is a bliss. It was actually a bliss for me. After like I think last year only when my husband told me how bad it was. So I will not speak about it. But that's what I'm saying. Ignorance is also a bliss. Just trust your doctor. And I was only aiming at going back to my family, going back to my daughter.
Did you ever have a low time during your treatment where you just felt ki bas this is just, I don't know whether I'll be coming out of it or not? होता है ना, there comes, because when my father, I'm like kind of equating because I have a case and my father was, at that time he was not a father, he was like a baby for me, like you
Yes,
know.
yes.
So I had left everything and I was totally pressed into his care. to the point that I had left my house, my family, my dogs, my husband, my children, and I used to live in Sir Gangaram Hospital 24 into 7, giving him bath and cleaning him up. I never allowed anybody to touch him. There was another thing, like, he was a doctor, he was a super specialist in that hospital, and it used to become very embarrassing for him when people used to give him a bath, because वही attendant कल उनको दिखेंगे जब वो practice पे होंगे, and like, everybody asking him, in the nurses seeing him in a condition where, in an uncompromisable condition. So he was he used to not feel very comfortable with all the ward boys, and so I said, okay papa, nothing, forget that I am your daughter, just think that I am your mother and you are my child, and I'll be taking care of you, right from दाढ़ी बनाने से लेके his toilets and unka, everything, morning business, washing him up, cleaning him up, changing his diaper, everything I used to be doing. And when nurses used to come and say कि madam आप बाहर चले, I was like, आप छोड़ दो, वो हाथ भी नहीं लगाने देंगे आपको, types like. So at that point, like, and पापा का क्या होता था, जब fever आता था, and he used to have rigors, like, the kind of rigors we have when the temperature touches 104, 105, the body uncontrollable shaking and rigors aate hain. Papa used to have that the moment the temperature used to touch 99, till it used to reach 100, 101. इतने राइगर आते थे कि it was very difficult to hold him down. I had to, like, क्लैम्प पे ऐसे पकड़ के रखना पड़ता था, बिकॉज वो अपने काबू में ही नहीं होते थे. सो दैट वाज, आई थिंक, द lowest point that he used to, like, he used to just say कि भगवान just end it. So was ever in your throughout treatment, did you face an extreme low point, because हम बिल्कुल नीचे गिर के फिर वापस बाउंस करते हैं.
It happened with me. See, after all, I'm a human being. I'll not say कि बिल्कुल सब कुछ सीधा सीधा सा हुआ. After my father, I'm a baby to my husband. To be very honest, he's the only person in front of whom I can just cry out loudly, and I can speak out loudly about my things. Yes, it happened in the first phase itself, like those 25 days. Like I was not meeting my daughter. She was at home. My in-laws were taking care of my house completely. They have been like very nice people. I'll say beautiful people I'm blessed with. I was with my husband in the hospital and I wanted to see my daughter, meet my daughter, but I couldn't do it because doctor said you have to be away from infection. Don't call anybody from the family and all. I used to just lose out in front of my husband. I used to cry out, मुझे तो घर जाना है. I don't know how Ria is doing because I'm a very possessive mom, single, like she's a single child, only child. So I used to lose out. So my doctor, I'll say, yeah, again, my doctor, Dr. Dinesh Burani, lovely doctor. He came to me, he told me, what are you doing? तुम क्या कर रही हो? Do something na. Why do you have to lie down on the bed and just think about it, ki what is happening in your life and this and that? Do something. If you know something, you start writing, or if you have something creativity, start doing it. कुछ भी जो तुमको करना है करो. Television देखो, जो करना है करो. He knew that I'm a dance teacher. Like अगर तुमको dance करना है, dance करो and this and that. So I actually took his word more seriously. The first thing I asked my husband, get my daughter's picture. I clamped हॉस्पिटल के वॉल पे मैंने अपनी डॉटर की पिक्चर लगाई कि दैट्स द फ्रॉम वेयर आई गेट माय एनर्जी. आई आस्क्ड हिम गेट द ड्राइंग बुक. आई यूज्ड टू स्केच इन द स्कूल. Get me the pencil and the eraser and I started sketching in my time. I used to watch television. There used to be the time I used to dance also in the hospital. अपना म्यूजिक ऑन किया and I used to dance also next to my bed. And like when I was in my third chemo cycle, I started flirting with the doctors also. I was living,
That's the spirit.
I started living my life there itself and I started, you know, सबसे problematic चीज ये होती है रंजीता जी, acceptance. I I also took like good 20-25 days to accept the fact कि हाँ ये तो चलना ही है, but मोनिका ऐसे तो नहीं चलेगा ना रो रो के, so just go for it now. And I was like कि चलो now let's move on with it. And I started sketching, I started dancing. Next to like the people used to the ward boys. At time I used to just move out of my ward, and I वहाँ पे जो भी nurse and ward boys होते थे, start talking to them, anything and everything. And then the doctor used to, whenever the doctor used to visit me, I used to flirt with them also. कि अच्छा चलो यार अब खत्म करो, let's go out for a coffee date or something like this. So
That's cool. So,
yes,
like you told me ki you never looked into Google Baba, and that's I think one of the very plus points because वो हमको misguide. मैंने there's so many Google doctors जो होते हैं ना, so but and you also told me where you got your strength and information, and that you were with Max, if I'm not
I
wrong, Max.
hardly say Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute.
Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute. So you were already working with them, and you never realized before that this could come to you, right? But yahan se it did come to you, and you did have support at that particular time. But जो life support में like any supplements or anything that you've changed other than your maybe lifestyle changes or dietary changes before and after कुछ करना पड़ा है?
Ranjita ji, I'll just tell you one thing. I was always very conscious about my things. I'm a dance teacher. I always have to keep my stamina high. I always used to eat healthy. मतलब I used to eat fruits, vegetables, and everything whatever used to be cooked at home. Nothing like a कि मुझे I have to eat junk or something. Very much with my walk, regular with the walk and all, everything I was doing it. Still, it came to me. So when it comes to you, don't ask this question why, because why का answer actually doctors के पास भी नहीं है. And when I said Google Baba has ने जो लिखा है ना वो बहुत कॉमन सी चीज है, बट वी everybody is different, everybody is different, everybody is gonna behave in a different manner, everybody is gonna react in a different manner to the treatment. Even doctors learn with like with every person, with their every patient, they learn a lot of new things. अच्छा इसमें तो ये नया हुआ, so that thing will always be there. But sorry, what was your question?
वही था कि मैंने anything because you didn't go with Google Baba and you took life on as it came.
I was
But
eating
was
everything.
there any changes in your lifetime
See,
post can CA and pre CA?
no, it's going the same way. It's going the same way. I'm still regular with my exercise. I'm still eating all like fruits and vegetables. The only thing that point of time the doctors told me don't eat raw vegetables and any food with a thin skin, because I was low with my white blood cells. So I was prone to infections, and all these raw vegetables and fruits with a thin skin can lead to any infection because of the pesticides and fertilizers.
Yes.
So doctor said कि please don't eat. He said कि आप salad नहीं खाओगे, आप कोई भी thin skin वाला like apple is like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. They kept apple away from me completely. कि no apple, nothing, no mangoes, nothing. I used to have banana or orange
Okay.
because they have a thick skin. Rest, I never used to eat anything. Rest, they said eat anything and everything, whatever you feel like eating.
Now one
And
question for junk food wale.
उसी का बता रही हूँ मैंने किया था. I'm telling you I did it. You won't believe. तो उसने कहा कुछ नहीं खाना है. Try to eat home cooked food and all this and that. But in my last cycle, that was sometime in August, I had a craving for Chinese. मैंने कहा यार मुझे नूडल्स खाने हैं. एंड आरजीसीआई के थोड़ी ही पास में there's a mall जहाँ पे हल्दीराम है. There's a हल्दीराम there. And I told my husband, please get it for me. I would like to eat it with so much of happiness, as it is my blood will increase. So please go and get noodles for me. And you know, he got it. उसको छुपा के लेके आए, and I ate it. तो थोड़ी देर बाद we saw just the doctor is coming, or maybe one of my relative was coming. I said, hide it out. They will say कि ये तो party कर रही है hospital में. But I actually had Chinese, and that was my last chemo. But I'll say, please.
Do you still have kabhi kabar junk food or Chinese or like,
I
not
eat
home
junk.
cooked meals?
No, no, I eat everything now. The doctors refused at that point of time when I was going through with the treatment. The moment my treatment got over, he said, "You're fine now." And
So it's back to normal. जैसे थे
yeah, he
वैसे.
said, I asked him, "Can I go to the gym?" He said, "Please go to the gym." I said, "Can I like go for my regular walks?" Yeah. The next year itself, he said, "कि हाँ जो करना है करो, जैसे life जीना जियो, no problem."
So, my next question, and rather my last question, was to be how was life after cancer? But we have seen that the life after cancer has this crowning glory on your head, and you have emerged as a much, much more stronger person than जो आप पहले थे. So last May, just one, like we have been talking about it, but just like parting lines, I would like you to send out a message to your fans and to the audience, because ये बीमारी ही ऐसी है कि जिसको सुन के पहले ही एक कहता है ना, एक हाइड्रोजन बॉम्ब सर पे गिरता है. So a message to them from your side, something that they I would say कि जब तुम उदास हो मोनिका को देखो. So
Actually, I'll take
any
this.
special message you have for them? वैसे तो हम बोलते ही रहे हैं, so each and every incident has something, some of a takeaway, but just a few parting lines before we close Rubaru for today.
I'll say, please live each and every moment of your life. See, I've understood the importance of life when I was diagnosed with cancer. The very first thing which you have to do is like accept the fact. If you are, God forbid, if you're down with any illness, please accept the fact and trust your doctor and go for your treatment with so much of positivity कि even doctors कहे कि यार ये तो अपने आप ही ठीक हो जाएगा. He or she doesn't need medicine. I'll tell you one thing, everyone. Please, no fight is easy and no struggle is that difficult. If you have a purpose to live and determination to achieve it in spite of all odds, please just go head on with your thing and trust me, you will sail through.
That was awesome message, Monica, and I really hope and I believe, and मैं यही मानती हूँ कि मीन्स किसी को भी अगर इतना सभी like if this message of yours can alter the life of even 1 out of 100, then I would say that our today's session was successful.
Same here.
you know
Same here.
uh, because you have been through it, and I've been a daughter of a man who has been through it, who himself was a doctor. And for everybody out there, my father was working till the last date, but last week he could not get up, so he did not go down to his clinic. He used to say कि अच्छा नहीं लगता ऐसी हालत में मैं नीचे जाकर पेशेंट्स देखूं. He was in the same hospital, Sir Gangaram Hospital, so he stayed away from his patients. But till the last moment, he fought it out and he saw his patients, and that is what you have done. Is you were teaching, you are still teaching, you've got that glorious crown on your head that speaks about your victory. And I wish I could put many more crowns over there for you, and I wish you many more crowns, like in the coming years, so that you can your experience and you can light the way ahead for people.
Yeah. I would like to say one more thing. During your this journey, you will find lot of people. My journey has overwhelmed me with beautiful people and beautiful souls also. I said all my friends, my family were next to me. There can be the time when you will not find somebody next to you, but it's only you who can fight it out. It's only you who can get out of it. So trust in yourself and just move ahead. My family, my friends, they all were next to me all the time, all the time. There were people who didn't know me. They also came forward to give me the blood. So there are beautiful people in the world. So trust in yourself, trust in your God, and just move forward.
So I think we can end it over here by saying have faith in your faith
Yes.
and in yourself. Have faith in yourself, and remember that if you are alive, then you have a purpose. You're living for a purpose. So fight
We,
it out.
we all are living for a purpose. We need to find out a purpose and we should live for it.
So thank you, Monica. Thank you so much for taking this time out, because I know you're a very busy person. You are a teacher also, you're a mentor, and as being a mentor myself, I know school से बहुत काम हम घर लेकर आते हैं. And we never retire, we are never free, we take out time for a family, but there's so much more we carry back home when we come back from school. And with your social commitments and your shoots and everything going around, means life has come back manyfold to you after this incident. Pehle you were just Monica Balani Ahuja. Now you are the Monica Balani Ahuja. Like, that the factor is there in front of your name. So, I would like to thank you so much for taking this precious time out for us specifically, and so humbly. And please accept my thanks to you today.
Thank you, Ranjita ji, for having me on your lovely, lovely show. And as you said, even if one person has got motivated with my journey, I guess my purpose is achieved. I really want to motivate as many people as I can so that their journey of illness, their journey of healing becomes easier for them.
थैंक यू सो मच. मेरे को तो लगता है हम बात करते ही जा सकते हैं, करते ही जा सकते हैं. दिस शो शुड नेवर एंड, बिकॉज आई एम लिटरली enjoying speaking to you, but like all good things have to come to an end, so we'll have to call this show to an end. And I thank you again for being there. And
Thank you very much. Thank you
chaliye,
for having me on your show.
bye bye.
Have a good
Many more crowns to your head.
night. Thank you. Thanks for this blessing.
So, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I'm sure you enjoyed and you had a lot of takeaways after speaking to Monica over here. She has been through everything. She has been like a phoenix, going down and then coming back up again. एक कैंसर वॉरियर के लिए, एक कैंसर सर्वाइवर के लिए, कैंसर से लड़ना आसान नहीं होता, और उसका कोई भी कदम, कोई भी दिन चैलेंज के बिना नहीं निकलता. रात निकलेगी और दिन होएगा, इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं होती, पर वो इस उम्मीद से सोता है कि कल का सूरज वो जरूर देखेगा. So, with this positive note, and I wish that all the cancer survivors and all the people fighting the cancer see the next day's sunlight. यही एक मैं अपने दिल में इच्छा रखती हूँ, आप सबको अगले दिन का सूरज नसीब हो. And with this positive note, I will call this an end. फिर मिलेंगे रूबरू में आपके साथ with perfect imperfections. Signing off for today, this is Ranjeeta Ghai, founder RNTalks. Thank you for being with us.